We continue the Shiurim in the Garden of Emuna, page 45, just passing through. And the rabbi has established and built till now that we need to remember the day that we're going to leave this world. And we need to contemplate death and contemplate Olam Haba and think about all these things. Like we spoke yesterday, we brought down from Shlomo HaMelech in Kohelet. It's in Perek Zayin Pasuk Bet, if anybody's interested in looking it up. He speaks over there where he says it's better to go to the mourner's house than to go to a wedding, go to a party, go to anything else that's of simcha. Why? Because it'll get us to think about the day of death. It'll get us to think about and to hopefully do something, which is what the rabbi wants us to do at the end of the day. When we're thinking about it, we start to realize that, hey, the Porsche is not the end. It's part of life. You know, it's something that maybe will help you, maybe not help you. But it's not the ultimate goal. It's not something that we should run after. Because we need to think about what we should be spending our time on earth doing. Is it trying to make the money to get that, or making the money from its foot? I mean, you could do the same exact things. But if they're focused on Hashem, a person can make money because he wants to give tzedakah. It shouldn't be that we're looking for the other things. We should utilize our time and utilize our actions and everything focused to Hashem. Is this what Hashem wants from me now? Does He want me to be running after this? Or does He want me to be doing the same thing with the intention of doing good? Meaning, a person could have, I need to go to work. You know why? Not because I want the house and deal, but you know how many people are suffering? I have the ability to make money. I have the ability. You know how many people don't have food now? Don't have something? If Hashem gives you the ability to do something, you need to think acheret. You need to think acheret. You need to think about what Hashem wants me to do with this, and not what I could gain from this. Because automatically when you do that, you gain. When you work 90%, you get to keep. Hashem's giving it to you. But you're working if you change and incorporate Hashem into everything. And that's what happens when we think about that. When we realize that, whoa, I have to stop. I have to stop. Because what I'm doing, what Hashem wants. Now you want to know a secret? Everything you're doing is exactly what Hashem wants. Because you wouldn't be doing it if He didn't want you to. But you have to turn it into, how do I make it part and parcel of Hashem? How do I make this endeavor with Hashem? Because whatever you're doing now is exactly what He wants you to do. And exactly the parameters. And that's the secret. Whatever you're doing now is exactly what He wants. But switch it and turn it to include Him. And to be with Him. And when you're with Him, you're fulfilling your mission. So what's the goal? The goal is that there's an Olam Haba, and that I'm not here for now. And the only way to do that is by recognizing that this place is the place that gets me to that place. Because without here, I can't get there. So the point is now we're thinking about death, so now we're not wasting time, because why should we waste time? Because who knows when we'll leave this world, which is what we said. When? Miodea. It could be tomorrow. We need to think about that. Like it's brought down in Pirkei Avot that a person has to remember the day of death and to make tshuva on the day of death. And it says, well, when is he going to remember? When is he going to die? And it says, therefore, think about it every day. This is a command in the Torah brought down that we should do. It's a mitzvah to think about this, but not in a morbid way, not in a go-get-em way, in a way that lifts us up to do something and say, hey, I don't have a lot of time here. Because we really have a very short lifespan, the rabbi tells us. Right? Even now, today, 100 years, but it's so minimal. I mean, look at history. It's a small part of history. It's a very small part of history, but a great, very great part will all be written about. We lived history just now. This is history. In 100 years, if we get there, if Mashiach doesn't come before that, they're going to be learning about us in school. It's a pretty cool thing. If you think about it. It's a very, very cool thing. But Hashem brought us down here for a purpose. And we have to spend our time learning Torah, praying, because the people that are doing the other things, they're suffering. Why? Because even if you have worldly success, the guy that has all the money in the world, Warren Buffett, you think he sleeps well? You think he's not all day long suffering? And everything more that a person has, every extra hotel Trump has, is more burden on him, is more work, more taking away from what he needs to do. Which is what? Think about Olam Haba. Spend more time learning Torah, more time getting mitzvot, more time more thinking about what's going to get me to Olam Haba. It could be done with the worldly activities, and that's our goal in this world. That's what a Jew is. A Jew does uplift everything that he has and makes it, and that's our goal, to turn it to Hashem. Because if not, we'll just be that double loser that's suffering in this world and not getting Olam Haba because we're just not doing what Hashem wants. Or we could be the double winner, which the double winner is, yes, living this world in a great way, because now you could have the lamb, you could have the steaks, you could have everything in a proper way on Shabbat, on Yom Tov, with uplifting everything towards Hashem. Living towards Hashem. Living towards Hashem gets you the double winner. You win the championship, because you have this world and Olam Haba.